Hi, welcome. This is a place where together we walk through life after the death of a loved one. I am Theodora, and today I will be sharing some of the practical ways that can help you walk through grief. Some of the things that over time helped me go through grief. Once again, I am not a therapist. I am just sharing my experience of how I overcame grief. And I also want to say that my grief journey started when I was very young, when I was 8 years old, and it had a very big impact in my life. So some of the things may be applicable to you and some may not, because my grief journey is one that had started when I was young and then progressed to adulthood. So yours could be starting at a different level, but all in all, I hope you can find something that can be able to help you through your grief journey. One of the great things that helped me through my grief journey was writing. Writing helped me express myself. It helped me bring out the emotions and the pains that were buried deep in me. I had so much to tell my dad, or so much to share with him, but he was gone and I had no way of doing that. But I was able to do it through writing, because through writing I felt a step closer to him. So for you, it could be something else. It could be singing, it could be dancing, or it will be something that you'll discover later on. Writing was a very important part of my journey, and I discovered this sort of by accident. One day I just bumped into my mother's diary and I saw how she documented her day-to-day life. It was something that intrigued me, and I started writing at the age of 8, and it greatly helped and shaped my grief journey, because there's so many things that I needed to share but I didn't have anyone to share with, or sometimes I was not so open to share with other people, or maybe didn't trust them enough. So writing gave me a safe place to grieve, because I would openly share my feelings without having to worry about anyone else judging or saying anything about it. So I poured all my emotions in writing. I wrote how I felt. I wrote everything, every emotion that I could try to put in. I wrote, and it greatly helped me, because every time after writing I felt relieved. I felt everything was calm for a moment. So writing is what helped me. It's not something that I even liked, or I could say it's not something that I thought I was good at. No. When I started writing, at 8, I did not even know what I just wanted to write. I didn't have any special attachment to. So it's something that you can also start. You don't have to be someone who likes to write. You can start it. Write what you feel, write your emotions. It could be with a pen and paper like me, it could be in a computer, whatever you feel comfortable about it. Or you could also do a podcast. You can record your thoughts when you speak aloud, just to get things out. You can also look out for people who are grieving and share experiences, how each and everyone is going through. It's also very good, and it also gives you a place of belonging, because it puts you in this community where you all have something similar, and it gives you strength that there are other people who are like you, and like them you all want to get out. There are those who have gotten out, and they will help give you insights of how they were able to get through. Gardening is something that I also find very helpful in overcoming grief. It doesn't have to be like the big gardening where you go and garden and dig very hard, but it's just to have a few plants around you. You can look after them, have an environment where you go and it's peaceful and it's beautiful. So gardening is one of them. You can do dance if you know how to dance, or If it's something that you can think about, you can try out and see what works for you. Keeping the memory of your loved one alive. It can be difficult in the beginning, especially when you're going through so much. But over time, I got to realize that keeping my dad's memory alive was one of the things that helped me heal. At first, I was at a point of resentment towards him because his death left a lot of scars and a lot of wounds that healed over time. Like when I would talk about him to other people, it brought me so much joy as opposed to when I was alone, brooding and resentful to him. So I kept talking about good things about him, good things about him. And every time I talked about it, it made me feel better. And over time, I feel like it healed me because now I'm at a place that I am happy talking about him. I am proud of being his daughter because there is nothing that can change that I am not his daughter. In all ways, I am his daughter and I will always be his daughter. So talking about or keeping his memory alive has greatly helped me in my grief journey. So something that could help you overcome grief is having a life evaluation. My grief journey started when I was young and then seeped through into my adulthood. So most of my life choices were based on grief, or rather unresolved grief, and it shaped my personality and everything. So for me to fully overcome grief, I had to do a life evaluation. I had to reflect on my choices. What do I have and what don't I have? What can be changed? What cannot be changed? Who lives and who stays in my life? Looking at your life upside down, in the center, and in all ways. It also brought me to a point of patience and realization that there's some things that you cannot just switch off or switch on. Things take time to change. It takes time to heal. I could say that my grief journey started, or rather became more serious after about 15 years of my father's passing. So some of these things I am sharing them. Your grief journey could be maybe a month or so. So some of these things I share them so that you are aware of. As you walk through your journey, some of these things could happen if I don't do A, B, C, D. But it doesn't mean that you are going to change like instantly. Everything is going to be okay. No, it takes a while. So my grief journey also taught me patience.